A mysterious intruder tragically ended the lives of Mikio Miyazawa, aged 44, his wife Yasuko, aged 41, along with their children, 8-year-old Nina and 6-year-old Rei, on the night of December 30th, 2000, after 11 p.m. The attacker utilized a kitchen knife from their household, resorting to it after their sashimi knife broke while stabbing Mikio, leaving a fragment lodged in his head. Yasuko and Nina fell victim to the assailant's brutality, evident in the severe wounds inflicted upon them, particularly on Yasuko's chest and head. The following morning, on New Year's Eve, Yasuko's mother, who lived nearby, made the grim discovery after being unable to contact her daughter due to the phone being disconnected, presumably by the murderer. Upon entering the house, she found Mikio's lifeless body at the foot of the stairs, bearing multiple stab wounds. Ascending, she encountered her daughter's body draped over her granddaughter's, a heartbreaking sight. In a neighboring bedroom, Rei was found on a bunk bed, unlike the others, having been strangled. Mikio worked for a British marketing firm, while Yasuko was employed as a tutor. Rei was attending kindergarten, and Nina was in the 2nd grade at the time of their tragic deaths. The case has earned the moniker Goldilocks Murder due to the peculiar behavior exhibited by the unidentified perpetrator following the family's tragic demise. According to the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, the assailant entered the residence after 11 p.m. and remained there until daybreak. Initially, authorities suspected the individual stayed as late as 10 a.m. using the computer, but later revised this assumption, attributing the disturbance to Yasuko's mother inadvertently activating the computer mouse during her presence. The perpetrator rifled through the Miyazawa's kitchen post-assault, consuming 6 bottles of barley tea and indulging in 4 small containers of ice cream. At 1:18 a.m., they accessed the family's first-floor computer to browse the internet, possibly even taking a nap on the sofa. Additionally, they ransacked the home, tossing possessions and papers into the bathtub. Suspects considered by investigators include a hired assassin, a stalker, or a disgruntled former employee of Mikio's organization. Dubbed the Satagaya killings, this case remains a top priority for law enforcement, representing one of Japan's most confounding and unsettling unsolved crimes. The perpetrator left behind a significant amount of physical evidence, including various articles of clothing, a gray bucket cap, a white baseball shirt with purple sleeves stained with blood from at least one victim, a plaid scarf of modest value, a cloak, white gloves, 2 black handkerchiefs, one wrapped around a kitchen knife, a murder weapon, with a hole in the middle, the other utilized as a mask, identified by its scent as the popular men's fragrance Drakkar Noir, and a black and gray fanny paw. Additionally, the perpetrator wore size 11 white running shoes from South Korea, as evidenced by a footprint at the scene. No such shoes were available in Japan in that size. Other evidence linked to the culprit includes fecal matter, fingerprints, shoe prints, traces of blood, and sanitary napkins stained with the perpetrator's blood, along with an open first aid box, presumably used to tend to their own injuries. The details of the perpetrator emerged slowly, like shadows creeping across the floor. Standing at an estimated 5'6" tall, with a slender frame, evidenced by the snug fit of his 32-inch waist fanny pack. Blood type A, right-handed, and aged between 15 and 35, he left behind traces of his existence, clues woven into the fabric of the crime scene. But it wasn't just physical attributes that marked him as an enigma. DNA analysis revealed a heritage that spanned continents, with European ancestry from his mother and Asian lineage from his father. A genetic marker, more prevalent in Chinese and Koreans than in Japanese, hinted at origins beyond the borders of the country. His foreign roots further evidenced by the brand of shoes he wore, unavailable in sizes typical for Japan. And his fingerprints, absent from any official documents, added another layer of mystery to his identity. As investigators peeled back the layers of the case, the Miyazawa family's home emerged as a focal point in the investigation. Surrounded by the rubble of demolished houses, it stood as a solitary sentinel amidst the changing landscape. Police efforts to uncover the truth extended beyond traditional methods, with 3D footage of the crime scene broadcast in hopes of attracting witnesses. The manner of the intruder's entry and exit spoke volumes about his cunning. Entering through the upstairs bathroom and likely exiting through the same window, he left behind a trail of uncertainty in his wake. The adjacent bedroom, where young Ray slept, bore the marks of his presence, leading investigators to speculate on the sequence of events that unfolded that fateful night. Yet amidst the chaos, motives remained elusive. The theft of Yasuko's tutoring earnings hinted at financial gain, but the untouched money left behind left more questions than answers. Rumors swirled of hired killers and hidden agendas, but none offered a satisfactory explanation for the tragedy that befell the Miyazawa family. As the investigation pressed on, the Miyazawa family's home stood as a silent witness to the horrors that had transpired within its walls. And though the perpetrator remained at large, the echoes of his presence lingered, waiting to be uncovered amidst the shadows of the past. The most substantial reward in Japanese history, valued at 20 million yen, equivalent to over $150,000, is offered for credible information leading to the apprehension of a suspect. Japan abolished its statute of limitations for murder only in 2010. Before then, the perpetrator of the Miyazawa family's murders might have escaped prosecution. Over 280,000 investigators have reportedly been involved in the investigation, pursuing over 16,000 leads. With ongoing police efforts, the Miyazawa family's former residence remains intact, despite initial plans for its demolition after their departure. Yasuko's elder sister, Anne Irie, made the home available to journalists 3 years ago. In a tour video, numerous boxes containing the family's belongings, returned by the police to the surviving relatives, are visible. Some of the Miyazawa's furniture remains, with penciled markings on one wall documenting the children's growth. Adorning the exterior wall near the front door is a circular plaque adorned with their name and floral motifs.